Test, test.
And welcome to Trinity Ball Yard on the campus of Trinity Baptist College for today's South Region Tournament game between the Carolina University Bruins and the Fort Lauderdale University Eagles. If everyone will please rise, remove your hats, so we start off this game with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the day that you've given us, and thank you for allowing us to be here today, God. Lord, as you keep everybody safe on the field and keep us safe as we go out of here, God. And Lord, I just keep you in everything we do. And we pray, amen. And first, the lineup for the visiting Carolina University Bruins. Batting first, the center fielder, number 3, Dion Tubbs. Batting second, the shortstop, number 10, John Kehoe. Batting third, the first baseman, number 27, Nick Macadon. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 12, Brian Deegan. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 18, Grant Harris. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 6, Logan Conklin. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 25, Kevin Greenwood. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 33, Ian Laird. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 26, Alexiel Delgado. And the pitcher for Carolina for this game is number 8, Caleb Whitaker. And now the starting lineup for the University of Fort Lauderdale Eagles. Batting first, the center fielder number 3, Wilbert Javier Vargas. Batting second, the left fielder number 14, Eric Scott. Batting third, the second baseman number 2, Aderlin Cubaletti. Batting fourth, the third baseman number 12, Chris Martin. Batting fifth, the shortstop number 20, Yankiel Gonzalez. Batting sixth, the first baseman number 19, Josh Tibbs. Batting seventh, the designated hitter number 36, Eli Wilhelm. Batting eighth, the catcher number 21, Brandon Riera. Batting ninth, the right fielder number 43, Gabe Manguel. And the pitcher for Fort Lauderdale for today is number 28, Josh Crawford. At this time, if everyone will please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Little technical issue, unfortunately, involving our national anthem, but that's okay. We honor America with everything we say and do here at Trinity Baptist College. And good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ray Bureau, and you're watching Game 3 of the NCCAA 2023 South Region Baseball Championship Tournament. This is a rematch of last year's title game when Carolina University won the tournament over Fort Lauderdale, but both teams ended up going to the NCCAA World Series last year, and Fort Lauderdale came home with the runner-up trophy. And now they're going at it head-to-head here in today's third game, and you're looking at Josh Crawford, who is 6-5 with a 4.36 earned run average. He is on the mound for the University of Fort Lauderdale Eagles. This is his 15th overall appearance and 14th start. He's completed 4 of those starts, 76 and a third total innings. He's allowed 64 hits, 41 runs, 37 earned. Crawford has walked 25 and struck out 107 men in 76 and a third innings. So this is our second look at him and the Fort Lauderdale Eagles, as they were here just a few weeks ago and swept a 3-game series over Trinity Baptist College. Trinity Baptist got a win earlier this afternoon over Southeastern Baptist. And then earlier today, Carolina defeated Bob Jones University in the first game of our tournament. Hopefully the old voice will hold up throughout this and one more. And that one more will feature the number 1 seed Toccoa Falls College taking on number 5 Trinity Baptist College. That will be the last game of the night. Then tomorrow morning at 9, we're right back in action. A Southeastern Baptist is waiting to see whom they will play. The loser of this game between Carolina and Fort Lauderdale, the winner of this game will play at 2 p.m. tomorrow against the winner of Trinity Baptist and Toccoa Falls, which is next. So if you want to get a blank bracket, go to tbceagles.com. It's our lead story. You can pull up that article and print it off as a photo and then fill it in as you go along. Crawford's first pitch is low, and this ball game is underway. Already we're seeing those names pop up on the screen. Alec Nelvin, Dana Conrad, Pawala Catarino, Banta OG, and a few more. Thank you for letting us know you're watching us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. Dion Tubbs is in the batter's box for Carolina, hitting .373 entering play today. Tubbs scored a run in game one in the 7th inning, and he drives this one into center field. The ground ball base hit to start the ball game. And so Dion Tubbs is aboard. He scored the first of 5 runs in the 7th inning earlier today against Bob Jones. That was a 1-1 game until the 7th inning. Carolina got 5. Bob Jones got 1 in the bottom of the 7th, and Carolina wins, stays in the winner's bracket, and now John Kehoe is at the plate. Showed bunt, but pulled it back in time to take one up and away. Kehoe earlier today had a double and an RBI single. He was 2 for 4 in helping his team win. He also played some really good shortstop. Crawford checks that runner at first and delivers a fastball. Kehoe again showing bunt. Pulled it back in time for ball 2. I'm Ray Bureau. Thanks for joining us here on TBC Eagles. This is the Fort Lauderdale Eagles taking on the Carolina Bruins. And again, Kehoe shows bunt and takes ball 3. Already 2 men warming up in the Fort Lauderdale bullpen just to get loose and stay loose. It's a very warm Monday afternoon here on the west side of Jacksonville, 87 degrees. Winds, when they do blow, are out of the south as ball 4 puts 2 men aboard. Kehoe gets a 4-pitch free pass, putting Dion Tubbs, who singled at second base, and now Nick Macadon comes to the plate. He had a base hit in game 1 earlier today against Bob Jones. Was also hit by a pitch and scored a run in that big 7th inning. Macadon comes in with 9 home runs. Check swing at a ball that was low, and he went too far. Macadon entered play today at .327 with 43 runs driven in. He has 2 on, nobody out. Ball game just underway. Crawford checks that runner, now delivers and misses up and away. Count even at a ball and a strike. Darren Goki Jr. won it for Trinity Baptist. Pitched 4 1/3 terrific innings. Allowed just 1 run. That one misses up and away. Carolina's winner earlier today, that was Frank Burke, who won it with 2 relief innings. Allowed 2 runs, only 1 of those earned. Noah McDaniel started the ball game but left due to injury in the 1st inning. Chase Locklar went 2 1/3 innings of scoreless ball. Jeffrey Withers allowed 1 run in 2 innings, and then Burke ended up the winning pitcher. Henry Wallach took the loss for Bob Jones, but he was very good. They got to him in the 7th. Up until then, he allowed just 1 run through 6. 2 balls and a strike. Conference over. And now Macadon ready to get back into the box. Crawford has allowed a hit and a walk to start the ball game. Macadon now trying to cash those in. Wind now starting to pick up once again. Blowing across from right to left. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt for strike 2. The wind's been changing speeds and directions all throughout the ball game. All throughout the day, actually. We started at 10:30 this morning. I got here about 8:15 myself. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Crawford takes a very long look. And now the pitch, and a high fly ball, shallow right field. The runner will be tagging. The catch is made. A couple of steps, but nothing else for Tubbs as he gets back, and a good, strong throw in from the right fielder, Gabe Mangual. So Macadon flies out, 1 away. Runners remain at 1st and 2nd. Brings up Brian Deegan, who earlier today against Bob Jones got himself an RBI double in that 7th inning. He was 1 for 4 and scored 1 of the 5 runs. In fact, he scored on the 2-run single from Grant Harris that followed his own double. 2 on, 1 out. Ball game just underway. Pull up a chair. Still a whole lot of action left here on this Monday. And a high fastball misses upstairs. That's ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Eagles wearing those FSU-style colors. Carolina in the navy blues. There's the 1-0. And a strike call. Florida State really struggled this year. University of North Florida beat them. I think the Gators swept them in a 3-game series. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 men on. And a pitch. That one is right down the middle for strike 2. Brian Deegan at the plate with 2 on. A base hit, a walk, and then a fly ball to right. That's your inning summary as Deegan tries to drive in the game's first run. Ball and 2 strikes. And a pitch. Breaking ball, chopped towards third. Could be 2. To second for 1, to throw to first. It is in time. 5-4-3 double play. And Fort Lauderdale is out of the first inning. A leadoff single and a walk, but then the double play ends the threat. After a half inning, no score. We'll be back after this 30-second message from the NCCAA. And we go to the bottom of the first. Just trying to do a little audio adjustment, make sure everything is in order. And very quickly through the Fort Lauderdale batting order, in case you missed it during the pregame, Wilbert Javier Vargas will lead things off, followed by Eric Scott, Adeline Kubaletti. Middle third of the batting order, Chris Martin, Yanquiel Gonzalez, and Josh Tibbs. And the bottom third is Eli Wilhelm, Brandon Riera, and Gabe Mangual. They will face Caleb Whitaker, the left-hander, on the mound for Carolina, who is 5-3. Whitaker has a 4.50 ERA and a 1.75 whip. This will be his 14th overall appearance and 9th start. Whitaker has pitched 44 innings. He's allowed 54 hits, 34 runs, 22 earned. He has walked 23 and struck out 44. He has allowed 8 home runs, and this is a Fort Lauderdale team that can hit the ball a long way. As a team, the Fort Lauderdale Eagles have homered 28 times. Defensively for Carolina, Alexiel Delgado in left, Deion Tubbs in center, Brian Deegan in right. Around the infield, Ian Laird plays third. Our first look at him today. Shortstop is John Kehoe. Grant Harris is at second. And Nick Macadon is at first, with Logan Conklin, who played short in Game 1 against Bob Jones, is behind the plate catching Caleb Whitaker. Wilbert Javier Vargas lead things off for Fort Lauderdale at .358, 3 homers and 25 RBIs. This is a team that can score a whole bunch of runs. And a first ball curve is swung on and fouled off. So no balls and a strike. Fort Lauderdale, of course, has not played yet in the tournament. This is their first game as the number 2 seed. They and Toccoa Falls got first round byes. And Javier Vargas fouls off another one and is down the count 0-2. Again, Trinity Baptist defeated Southeastern Baptist 2-1. The 0-2 is a little bit outside. That is ball 1. So Trinity Baptist will take on Toccoa Falls. Just 2 weeks ago, Toccoa Falls came to Jacksonville and won 2 out of 3 against TBC. There's a high fly ball towards right. Should be an easy play for Deegan, and that's the first out. So 1 out for Eric Scott. And the Eagles left fielder steps in, hitting .342 with 2 homers and 28 RBIs. on base at 467. Hello to Mr. Ted Locklar cheering on Carolina. There's a loft into right. Going to be some trouble, and that's going to get... it's caught on the dive. Brian Deegan parallel to the ground. The left-hander extending the right arm, the only chance he had, and he made the catch. Terrific play, the best one we've seen so far at any point today. And there are two away. Mr. Locklar, I hope you got to see Chase out there on the mound earlier. 2 1/3 terrific innings with 3 strikeouts against Bob Jones. Adelin Kubaletti at the plate, 2 outs, bases empty, and the first pitch is low and inside. Cooper Lawrence cheering on Javier Vargas and the Fort Lauderdale Eagles. Wind is starting to blow in from right center pretty briskly now. It's been changing directions all day long. And there's a strike. And as I said a couple times already, we want to thank our technology department for getting us ready for a good quality stream here during this tournament. There's a ground ball to short. Kehoe had a little trouble getting it out of his glove, but still made a good, strong throw to get Kubaletti at first. Thanks to some defense, Whitaker gets the Eagles out in order in the first. And after 1, we have no score. We'll be back in just a minute. No score after 1. Josh Crawford got into a little bit of a mess, but then got a fly ball and a ground ball double play to get out of it unscathed, and then a diving catch in right from Deegan helped keep Fort Lauderdale off the base paths. So no scores. We start the second inning. Crawford did allow a hit and a walk in that first inning, but nothing else. He will face 5, 6, and 7 for Carolina: Harris, Conklin, and Greenwood. So here's Grant Harris, and against Bob Jones, he had that 2-run single in the 7th inning and scored a run in that big frame as well. He takes the first pitch for a strike. It was his only hit, but it was crucial, and it gave his team some insurance to work with. And that one, a big swing and a foul right down into the ground. That game was scoreless until the 5th inning. Carolina got on the board, and Bob Jones came back and tied it up in the bottom of the 6th. And then Carolina got 5 in the 7th, allowed a run in the bottom of the 7th, but nothing else. And Frank Burke, the winning pitcher for Carolina. Here's a 1-2. Breaking ball a little bit outside, and that evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ms. Shelley Burke joining us now on the live feed. Here's a 2-2 from Crawford. High pop foul, and this one's out of play. That remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Crawford delivers fastball, high chopper. Crawford's able to field it, but nobody's there. And Harris will win the race to the bag. That'll be a base hit. First baseman Josh Tibbs was moving over to try to field the high chopper. That left first base wide open. So Harris is aboard. Second hit for Carolina. And it brings up Logan Conklin, the catcher. As a third baseman against Bob Jones, Conklin had 2 hits and a walk and scored a run in the 7th. the last run that Carolina scored. A 2 for 3 overall. First pitch shows bunt, gets it right back to Crawford. He has a play at second. He throws it high, and he out called as the shortstop, Yanquiel Gonzalez, was able to come down on top of the bag. That'll be a fielder's choice. No sacrifice bunt as Harris is out 1-6 at second base. Kevin Greenwood at the plate. And with Conklin the catcher, we'll have ourselves a courtesy runner. We saw Abdiel Santana Carrasquillo run for Randy DeMaio earlier today, and he's doing it again for the catcher. Big lead off first. Crawford delivers a breaking ball, pulled foul. Abdiel Santana Carrasquillo. He is the courtesy runner. No balls and a strike. Greenwood at the plate, and a pitch swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes. Crawford takes his time. Good speed at first. No balls, 2 strikes. And a pitch. Foul tip, held on for strike 3. So Greenwood is out on strikes. That's the first one for Josh Crawford. And with that runner at first and 2 outs, that brings up Ian Laird. This is our first look at Laird. Did not play against Bob Jones. First pitch misses. One ball, no strikes. Laird hitting .304, 3 homers, 11 RBIs. Has a runner at first and a pitch, and this one is fouled back. Santana Carrasquillo is 2 for 4 in stolen base attempts. Gets a good lead off first, and the fastball is up and in. There are 2 outs with that runner at first. Hello, Ms. Susan Lineberger. Jill Navarro joining us on the live feed as Crawford gets one in for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Tibbs holding that runner close at first. Crawford looks over the back shoulder. Here's a 2-2, and a fastball is upstairs. Count is full, and now Santana Carrasquillo should be off on the pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There goes the runner, and this one grounded foul to the left side. So we'll have another 3-2 offering. Santana Carrasquillo back at first. Gets himself a really nice lead. Crawford delivers. Strike 3 called. That will retire the side. Crawford allows a leadoff single, but then is able to get the out at second on the bunt attempt, and he strikes out 2 in a row to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. No score between the Bruins and the Eagles. Bottom of the second, Fort Lauderdale has 4, 5, and 6 due up. Chris Martin, Yankiel Gonzalez, and Josh Tibbs facing Caleb Whitaker, who had a 1-2-3 top of the first. Thanks in part to a diving catch by his right fielder, Brian Deegan, over near the line. Carolina beat Bob Jones 6-1. Trinity Baptist beat Southeastern Baptist 2-1. Next, Trinity Baptist will take on Toccoa Falls College. Southeastern Baptist will take on the loser of this game tomorrow morning at 9. Bob Jones will take on the loser of tonight's game tomorrow morning at 11:30. The winner of the one you're watching now and later tonight will play at 2 p.m. in the winner's bracket tomorrow afternoon, assuming everything starts on schedule. There's a reason we have to start at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'll tell you in a moment. Chris Martin leads things off. Whitaker winds, and the first pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Trinity Christian Academy, who shares this field, is also in their state playoff run. They're in the region quarterfinals tomorrow night at 7. The one-strike breaking ball is grounded towards short. Backhand by Kehoe. Long throw to first in time. Terrific throw by Kehoe. We saw him do that a few times earlier today. So 1 out, and Yankiel Gonzalez at the plate. He's hitting .363 with an OPS of 1.204. And that's because he's slugging .725. When you hit 7 homers, 10 doubles, you're going to have a high slugging percentage. First pitch from Whitaker is in the dirt. TCA Conquerors in the region quarterfinal. They're taking on one of the perennial powerhouses in Jacksonville tomorrow, the Bowles School of Jacksonville. TCA, though, is 22-4. High fly ball, deep left field. Back at the 360 and gone off the light tower. A solo home run for Yankiel Gonzalez, his 8th of the season, and the Eagles lead 1-0. That ball hit that rectangular box on the light tower right above the 360 sign. That's our first home run of the tournament, and it belongs to Yankiel Gonzalez. One out, base is empty. 1 run is in for Josh Tibbs. He's hitting .289. He's homered 7 times. And a breaking ball misses low and outside. I wouldn't call that a no-doubter because it looked for a moment like Delgado was camping under it. That ball just cleared the fence. The 1-0. Breaking ball towards third and takes a funny hop into left field. That's going to be a base hit. That ball just ate up Laird. He was there, but that ball hit the dirt and just bounced up over his head. So a single for Tibbs. So he's aboard with 1 out. Eli Wilhelm at the plate. Wilhelm is hitting .325. No homers, 8 runs driven in. First pitch is up and away. One ball, no strikes. And Whitaker delivers, and a breaking ball is in there. And the count's evened up at 1-1. One out with the runner at first. Josh Tibbs just hit his way aboard. Again, a well-struck ball that took a really funny hop on Laird. The 1-1, high pop-up over near the line. Deegan giving chase, makes the catch, this time staying on his feet. And 2 down. Brings up Brandon Riera, the Fort Lauderdale catcher. Riera's hitting .247, 13 runs driven in. Runner at first, 2 men out. Wind now starting to blow almost straight in. And a strike called on the outer half of the plate. Wasn't blowing hard enough to keep Gonzalez from clearing the fence. 0-1. Whitaker delivers and misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Head coach of Carolina, Mr. Jarrett Miller, in his first season, assisted by Noah Anderson, Hunter Reinberger, and Josh Kent. Whitaker delivers a breaking ball and a good one for strike 2. Fort Lauderdale Eagles led by Billy Glessner, his second season. It's the second season of baseball at Fort Lauderdale. Assistant coaches are Joe Adair, Justin Malden, and Billy Reinhardt. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Whitaker delivers a breaking ball, got him swinging, and that ends the inning. For Fort Lauderdale, however, 1 run on 2 hits, a solo homer from Yanquiel Gonzalez, and after 2, Fort Lauderdale leads 1-0. Excuse me. Sorry? Is that the real catcher, or it could be a the warm-up catcher? Okay. 21's the catcher. That's the warm-up catcher. Okay. All right. Glad you noticed, though, because I didn't even notice, and it could have been a substitution. 1-0 Fort Lauderdale as we go to the third. Gonzalez hit one off the light tower right behind the 360 mark in left center field, and that's the only scoring so far. Josh Crawford, 2 scoreless innings. He's allowed a single in each inning, but nothing else. He has also struck out 2, the last 2 men he faced. Alexio Delgado, Dion Tubbs, John Kehoe, 9-1-2 are due up for the Bruins. First pitch swinging, and swung on and missed for strike 1. Delgado's hitting .403 coming into today's play with a homer and 14 RBIs. And takes ball 1 to even the count. Against Bob Jones earlier, Delgado singled in the 5th, stole a base, and scored the Bruins' first run, 1 for 4 overall. And he takes this one inside for ball 2. Two balls and a strike. Ground ball towards second. Should be a routine play for Kubaletti. And 1 away. Starting to get a little more familiar with these players, having seen Carolina earlier today and Fort Lauderdale here just a couple of weeks ago. Fort Lauderdale is here for 3 against Trinity Baptist. Brings up Dion Tubbs, who started the ball game with a base hit into center. Crawford works very quickly, wastes no time, and gets the first pitch in for a strike. No balls and a strike. And Tubbs chased one downstairs, and that's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Ball's in the dirt, so the throw will have to go to first. A little trouble, but then a very close play at first. Riera had a little trouble finding the ball, but rifled the shot to first and got the out. So a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout. Brings up Kehoe, who drew a walk in the first, but didn't get any further. Crawford then got a fly ball and a double play. And that one hits the dirt. Ball, no strikes. Josh Crawford on the mound for University of Fort Lauderdale. Here's a 1-0. And that one misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Crawford again works quickly and gets it in the zone for strike 1. Count of 2-1, and Crawford delivers. And that one is fouled off. Josh Crawford, a junior from Seminole, Florida. Last pitched on April 25th against Ave Maria, 4 1/3 innings. Breaking ball. That one misses. That's ball 3. So Crawford is well rested. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 3 for Josh Crawford. Bruins go down in order in the third. We go to the bottom half with the Eagles leading 1-0. Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the third, leading 1-0, and 9, 1 and 2 are due up. Mangual, Javier Vargas, and Scott are the scheduled hitters. Facing Caleb Whitaker, 2 innings so far, just 1 earned run, 2 hits allowed. One of those hits, though, a home run. So Mangual steps into the batter's box. Sitting .318, 1 homer, 11 RBIs. Shows bunt on the first pitch and pulls it back in time to take one outside. Whitaker wants to keep this man off the base paths. He has stolen 24 bags in 26 attempts. Here's a 1-0. And a looper into right. Deegan on the move. Won't get there in time. And Mangual may have a chance to use that speed. Not hit all that hard, but hit away from the right fielder. And again, 24 for 26 in stolen base attempts. He is their big runner. Eagles have stolen 131 bases in 145 attempts. Here's Wilbert Javier Vargas, who started the ball game with a fly out to right. Runner at first, nobody out. Whitaker delivers a breaking ball, misses outside. Eric Scott leads the team with 36 steals in 37 attempts. And that's getting it done on the base pass. Throw over to first. The ball gets away. Mangual will not stop at second. He's going to take off all the way to third, and he will make it. That will be an error on the pitcher. Two-base error, allowing Mangual to go first to third. He's there with nobody out in the top of the order at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes to Javier Vargas. Here's a 1-0. And a breaking ball for a strike. Count even at 1-1. Corner infielders in front of the bags. Middle infielders are playing back. They'll trade the run for the out. Macadon at first. Laird at third. Again, even with the bag, Macadon now creeps in. And Javier Vargas pulled his head and chased one in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes. I am suddenly surrounded by TBC Eagles. Way to go out there getting that win over Southeastern Baptist. Coach John Copeland is up here in the booth as well. Here's a 1-2. And that one misses outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Whitaker from the stretch with the runner at third. Curveball popped him up on the infield. A big play and almost a collision. And Whitaker, the pitcher, makes the catch. Both were calling for it. Big out, keeping the ball on the infield and that runner at third. Brings up Eric Scott, another stolen base threat. We just told you a moment ago, 36 for 37, so Whitaker wants to get him out. Same defensive alignment, Macadon and Laird in at the corners. Middle infielders back. They'll go to first. Whitaker's first pitch to Scott misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles are now heading to the warm-up field as they play next against Trinity Baptist. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Off speed, this one's fouled off and out of play to the right side. Toccoa Falls, a number 1 seed in the tournament. Fort Lauderdale, number 2. Carolina, number 3. Ball and a strike, 1 out. Once again, Whitaker needs to get the out without the run scoring. There's the bunt. The only play to first. It is not in time. An RBI bunt single for Eric Scott, and Fort Lauderdale leads 2-0. That will go as a bunt single. And a run batted in for Scott on the squeeze play. Mangual scores. For the moment, the run is unearned, pending what happens the rest of the way. Adelin Kubaletti at the plate. And Whitaker's pitch is grounded fair. And a snag by Laird to throw to first, gets away. Here's Eric Scott around third. He is going to score. And Kubaletti will be there at second. That's going to be an error on the third baseman all the way. So Eric Scott was at second as the ball was thrown to first, and with his speed, he saw that ball go towards right and ended up going all the way. Kubaletti stops at second. Again, run is unearned, but it's on the board, and it's 3-0. Chris Martin at the plate, grounded to short his first time up. And a high fastball. One ball, no strikes. Whitaker delivers. There's a drive into left field, a base hit. Kubaletti will stop at third. The throw is cut off. Runners at the corners with still one out. Time called as we have ourselves a conference on the mound, and we're going to pause right here. We'll be right back on TBC Eagles. Whitaker in a jam, a couple of errors behind him, and he's trying to get out of it. There's one out, 2 runs in, 2 men on base. Runners at the corners for Yanquiel Gonzalez, who homered his last time up. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. No balls and a strike. Nothing and 1. And the pitch. Breaking ball. That got by the catcher. A run's coming in. He will score. Here's another man around second. Took a big turn but held up there. Unearned run for Kubaletti. And Fort Lauderdale leads now 4-0. Gonzalez with a count of 1-1 and a man in scoring position. Whitaker checks that runner and delivers. There's a ground ball towards third. Laird will look the runner back, throw to first in time. That's out number 2. Brings up Josh Tibbs, who is 1 for 1. Got that base hit in the second inning. Martin at second. He singled. Whitaker checks that runner and delivers. First pitch in there. More names popping up. Love to see those fans. Let us know they're watching here on the live feed. 1 ball, no strikes. Whitaker with the pitch, a breaking ball, got the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 runs are in after Fort Lauderdale got 1 in the second. And Whitaker delivers a 1-1, and this one is fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count is 1-2. And Carolina defense has allowed Fort Lauderdale to break this one open. Here's a 1-2. Breaking ball. That one hit the bat, and it's foul. Tibbs tried to hold up, but made contact. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Tibbs again able to get a piece and stay alive. Gabe Mangual started the inning with a base hit. Pop up back to the pitcher, then the bunt single by Scott. A couple of miscues and a wild pitch have led to the 3 runs. Ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Got him swinging, and that ends the inning. For the Eagles, however, 3 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, and 1 man left. And after 3, it's Fort Lauderdale 4, Carolina nothing. Josh Crawford, so far 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and his team has gotten him a 4-0 lead as we start the top of the 4th. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Bruins. Macedon, Deegan, and Harris. And Macedon tries to check but went around, and that is strike 1. No balls and a strike. That one is in the dirt. They're going to check that swing again, and no, says the first base umpire, so it's 1-1. Macedon 0 for 1, a fly ball to right his first time. Count of 1-1 and a pitch, and that one is downstairs. That's ball 2. Crawford delivers a 2-1 fastball outside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Carolina looking to get some base runners. Try to chip away at this 4-0 deficit. Crawford delivers. There's the first of those base runners as Macedon draws the walk. Number 2 issued by Crawford. For Macedon, that's the 25th time he has walked this season. Brings up Brian Deegan, who rolled into the 5-4-3 double play. That ended the first inning. Fly ball left field, foul territory, and out of play. Deegan made that diving catch in right field. Made another running catch as well. Now trying to get on base. 1 strike pitch. He bunts towards third. He's got a chance to beat it. Crawford will not have a throw. Everybody is safe, and the Bruins have 2 on with nobody out. Deegan put down the bunt. Gets himself an infield single. Hit number 3 for the Bruins. Brings up Grant Harris. Potential tying run still in the on-deck circle. Harris got an infield single himself starting off the second inning. There's a looper foul to the left side. Melvin Jones, Rebecca Calloway joining the conversation. We appreciate all our viewers, whether you let us know or not. We're thankful that you're joining us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. 0-1, and a pitch, swing and a miss. Harris chased one in the dirt for strike two. Two on, nobody out. Crawford from the stretch. Fastball that is drilled into center field. That's a base hit. McAdon will round third. Throw to the plate will be late. Bruins are on the board. RBI single for Grant Harris, and it's 4-1. Grounded right up into center field. Deegan to second. McAdon racing around for the Bruins' first run, and a timeout as Coach Glesser heads to the mound. Logan Conklin waiting to take his hacks. Coach Billy Glessner will call the entire infield in to talk about some strategy, and we're going to pause right here, and we'll be right back. Logan Conklin tried to bunt last time up. Got it right back to the pitcher who got the force out at second base. So a fielder's choice, nothing for one. Conklin now in an RBI situation, not showing bunt this time. A check swing and a ball in the dirt. Held up in time, that's ball one. One ball, no strikes. Crawford delivers now, bunt attempt. Conklin no misses it for strike one. Action now going on in the Fort Lauderdale bullpen. Crawford checks that runner at second. Swing and a miss, and now pitcher ahead of hitter, 1 ball, 2 strikes. If I'm seeing that correctly, pitcher in the bullpen, wearing number 22. We don't have him on the roster. At least not on the page. But we were told earlier that there was a number change. That could very well be him. It is Jack Keeler. Two balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. Swing and a miss. Crawford got the strikeout. Big pitch for out number 1. Kevin Greenwood at the plate, struck out his first time up. Greenwood delivers, and this one is low. There's another man in the bullpen just standing up, looking right now. Might be one of the pitching coaches. And a fastball is in there for a strike. But we're told that's Jack Keeler out there getting loose, and he's starting to throw the ball a lot more seriously. A ball and a strike and a pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 men on, 1 run is in. 4-1 Fort Lauderdale, and a pitch, check swing, and they're saying he went around, and that is out number 2. Had to wait and make sure what the call was. And there are 2 away. Ian Laird at the plate. Crawford has come back to strike out 2. 1 run is in, 2 men on, 2 out. Turn and a throw to second, a close play, but he's back in time. That's Brian Deegan out there on second base, able to get in under the tag. Crawford put a good move and a good throw. That one is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Ian Laird at the plate, called out on strikes his first time. Third game of the afternoon. Here's the 1-0, and a ground ball foul to the third base side. Ball and a strike. Laird digs in. Crawford's thrown a lot of pitches. I don't have the count. He's been out there a long time in this half inning, and a breaking ball misses outside. That's ball 2. 7, 8, 9 due up for Fort Lauderdale. Wilhelm, Riera, and Mangual. Here's a 2-1, and a fastball in there for strike 2. Keeler has finished throwing in the bullpen. He's heading back to the dugout. Crawford has settled in with 2 consecutive strikeouts, trying to strand those runners and keep anyone else from crossing the plate. And this one is pulled foul. A leadoff walk to Nick McAdon. He ended up scoring on the base hit from Grant Harris. Leadoff walks, statistically speaking, about 70% chance of scoring. Here's a 2-2, and this one misses high. And now the runners will be in motion. Tibbs has not been holding the runner at first, so that means that Harris will get even more of a lead. And there go the runners. And still not sure of the call. A late call for strike 3, and that ends the inning. So Crawford, a walk and 2 base hits, and then 3 consecutive strikeouts, leaving runners at first and second. Carolina gets on the board as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Bruins are still trailing 4-1. Fort Lauderdale batting now, leading 4-1 as we start the bottom of the 4th. Eli Wilhelm, Brandon Riera, Gabe Mangual. My 3rd game in a row. Bear with it, please. No balls and a strike. Caleb Whitaker still out there on the mound for the Bruins. This one fouled off the batter's foot. That is strike 2. Wilhelm, the DH, flew out to right his first time. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-strike pitch is up and away. Only 2 of the 4 runs charged to Whitaker have been earned. He's allowed 5 hits. He has struck out 2 and hasn't walked a man. One ball, 2 strikes. Wilhelm at the plate. Breaking ball. Didn't mean to swing, and he bounces one into right field for a base hit. How do you like that? He tried to check his swing, didn't like the pitch, and got himself a knock. Sometimes you hit the ball right on the button, and it gets caught for an out, and then you see something like that happen. Baseball is a funny game. So Wilhelm is aboard, hit number 6 for the Eagles. And with nobody out, Brandon Riera at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time. There's another Fort Lauderdale Eagle just starting to throw in the bullpen. And that one is upstairs. That's a different man than we saw earlier when Keeler was throwing. Fence post is in the way, so I can't quite see who it is. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Counts 1-1. Brandon Riera at the plate. Bunt is down to third base line. Laird will charge, throw to first in time. Throw back to second and a runner back just in time. Wilhelm almost caught straying off the bag too far. It goes as a sacrifice bunt for Riera. 5-3 on the putout. Almost a double play. Gabe Mangual now at the plate. He singled and scored in the third. Runner at second, 1 out. And a pitch on the way, and this one is low for ball 1. Mangual led off that third inning with a base hit. Scored the first of the 3 runs. Head in the count 1-0. Wind completely died down, not blowing at all. Runner at second, and the pitch from Whitaker is upstairs. That's ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Whitaker takes a long look, checks that runner, now pitches a 3-0. And that one's in there. Well, all the activity in the Fort Lauderdale bullpen has stopped. Count of 3-1 on Mangual. Curveball lined into left. That's going to be caught. Delgado makes the catch, keeps the runner at second, and there are 2 away. Mangual hit the ball pretty sharply, but right at Alexiel Delgado. We're in Javier Vargas at the plate. He has a runner at second with 2 out. Wilhelm singled to start the inning. Riera laid down a sacrifice bunt. Mangual just lined out to left. Javier Vargas, 0 for 2, popped up to the pitchers last time. Whitaker's first pitch, and that one caught the inner half of the plate. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 on the way. There's a line drive into right, a base hit. Here's a runner around second and third. A throw to the plate. It's going to be in plenty of time. The tag applied, and that ends the inning. Wilhelm pleading his case that he got his foot in under the tag. It is a base hit for Javier Vargas. And then a 9-2 put out on the throw to the plate. 2 hits, but no runs for the Eagles. And after 4, Fort Lauderdale 4, Carolina 1. First pitch of the top of the 5th to Alexio Delgado, who was 0 for 1. Ground ball to second. Bruins need a couple base runners to bring the tying run to the plate. Delgado takes this one for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Bruins got on the board 1 inning ago. Fort Lauderdale got 1 in the second, 3 in the fourth, and a high chopper towards second. And a throw to first, close play, but out. Kubaletti had to wait for that ball to come down and made a good throw. Didn't take anything for granted. A hustling Delgado made it a very close play at first. Deion Tubbs at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Singled into first. Crawford working very quickly and gets a strike at the knees. And this one is downstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Crawford now 4 1/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run. He has walked 2 and struck out 7. Time called as a ball from the Toccoa warm-up made its way onto the field of play. Toccoa Falls against Trinity Baptist next. And that one is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a bouncer toward first. Crawford covering. The flip is behind him, and runner will be safe. Deion Tubbs, though, comes up grabbing his left hamstring. He's aboard. That'll be an error on the second baseman. Tubbs looks like he's okay. He grabbed that hamstring as he stepped on the bag. Error on the second baseman on the throw. John Kehoe at the plate. A walk and a strikeout. Ground ball could be 2. Throw to second for 1. Throw to first is wide. Kehoe will take second base. The throw is right on target and a bullet from Brandon Riera, the catcher who was over there backing up the play. Score that a fielder's choice to Kehoe. 6-4 on the putout at second, and then Kehoe on the errant throw. 2-6 on the final putout. And what a job by Brandon Riera backing up the throw and firing a strike to get the out at second. So 3 men bat in the 5th, and Fort Lauderdale keeps them off the base paths and comes to bat in the bottom half, leading 4-1. Eric Scott comes to bat in the bottom half of the 4th inning, or 5th inning, with Fort Lauderdale leading 4-1. Scott bunted his way aboard in the 3rd and scored a run, the 2nd of the 3. That's Whitaker out there on the mound. First pitch misses. 4 innings, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned. He's allowed 6 hits. He hasn't walked anyone, and he struck out 2. And that one misses outside. We're just informed that Trinity Baptist will be the home team against Toccoa Falls in our next ball game, which is scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. The 2-0. And a breaking ball in there for a strike. So Trinity Baptist, after defeating Southeastern Baptist as the home team earlier, will have that home team advantage against Toccoa Falls. Here's a 2-1. And this one misses outside. Three balls and a strike. And a drive well hit way back left center field, but it's going to stay in play and be caught on the run by Delgado. A long drive, looked good off the bat. No wind blowing at all. If he pulls that a little more, it has a chance, but Delgado made a terrific running catch. So 1 out. Adeline Kubaletti at the plate. Whitaker winds and delivers and gets one on the inner half for a strike. The 1-strike pitch, and that one's also in there for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. And that one misses upstairs. Count is 1-2 on Kubaletti. And pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He got him swinging. That is out number 2. Strikeout number 3 for Kubaletti. Looking ahead to the 6th for Carolina, Nick McAdon, Brian Deegan, and Grant Harris are the scheduled hitters, 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order. Chris Martin at the plate. Whitaker delivers, and another curveball in there for a strike. And this one is upstairs. Breaking ball misses low and inside. Three balls and a strike. Whitaker delivers a fastball up and away. That's ball 4, putting Martin aboard. I have it right. That's the first walk allowed by Caleb Whitaker. Brings up Yankiel Gonzalez, who is 1 for 2. Two outs with that runner at first. And the first pitch misses outside. One ball, no strikes. Pitch on the way, and there it is for the strike. Throw over to first, and a runner back in time. One ball, one strike. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Good fastball by Whitaker. Checks that runner at first. That's Chris Martin. He's on the move. Swing and a miss. So no throw needed, as that's strike 3 and out number 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Whitaker. A 2-out walk, but nothing else for the Eagles. And after 5, it's Fort Lauderdale leading 4-1. Nick McAdon will lead things off for the Bruins in the 6th, followed by Deegan and Harris. And the first pitch from Crawford is in there for a strike. Josh Crawford against Caleb Whitaker, both the starting pitchers still out there. Crawford has allowed just 1 earned run. And this one is down in the dirt. 5 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts for Josh Crawford. Had a 1-2-3 fifth. Threw a whole lot of pitches in the 4th. The 1-1 to McAdon, and that one dropped down under the swing, so it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way is in the dirt. Crawford looked like he tried to overthrow that one. Two balls, 2 strikes. Crawford winds and delivers. Got him swinging. Ball hit the dirt, so the tag applied by Riera, and there's 1 away. Ryan Deegan at the plate. Got an infield bunt single in the 4th. He is 1 for 2. That bunt single put Macadon at second, and Macadon ended up scoring on Grant Harris's base hit, and Harris is on deck. For delivers and misses low and outside. Ball, no strikes. Crawford winds and delivers, and a high fly ball to center field. Still carrying back near the fence and off the fence. Deegan around second. He'll stop right there. That ball just kept on going as the wind was pulling it. The wind is starting to blow out towards center now. And that one almost got out of here. So Deegan's at second with 1 out. That one just kept on going and going. Brings up Grant Harris, who had the RBI single in the 4th. One more base runner brings a tying run to the plate. There's a ground ball towards third. Look the runner back, the throw to first. It gets away, and everybody is safe. Deegan will advance to third, and now Deegan takes a huge turn but stops right there. Both Harris and the baseball got to Josh Tibbs at the same time. That's going to be an error. Question is, which fielder gets tagged? Will it be the throw or will it be Tibbs, the first baseman? Another look at the play. That's going to be a wide throw on the third baseman, so an error on the third baseman, Laird. Runners at the corners. And now Conklin a chance to drive in a run. He's representing the potential tying run. Harris at first, Deegan at third, and a swing and a miss at the first pitch fastball. Crawford from the stretch. Line drive, base hit into center. Deegan will score. And Carolina has cut the deficit down to 2. Honking with the RBI single. Grant Harris at the second. And now Kevin Greenwood at the plate. He has struck out twice. Courtesy runner for the catcher. Abdiel Santana Carrasquillo at first base, and the first pitch misses outside. So 1 ball, no strikes. Tying runs are now on base. It's 4-2 Fort Lauderdale. Carolina batting in the 6th. That one in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. And a 2-0. High fly ball, center field. 2 men giving chase. It is caught on the run. Both are going to have to hurry to get back. The throw to second will be in time. Double play ends the inning. That was Wilbert Javier Vargas over the shoulder right in front of that TBC sign out by the flagpole. Both runners were on the move. Vargas gets the ball back in on the 8-6-4 putout at second base. So fly ball turned into a double play. Fantastic defense. Bruins get a run on 2 hits and an error and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Fort Lauderdale leads 4-2. What a play to end the top half of the 6th inning as the Bruins were threatening, and that ball, if it drops, ties the score. But Wilbert Javier Vargas over the shoulder catch and then gets the ball back in and doubles off the runner at second base. Now Josh Tibbs will lead off for the Eagles. And the first pitch from Whitaker is lifted high down the left field line. Home run distance, but foul. So Tibbs out in front of that one just a little too much. Nothing but a long strike. Offered 5 innings, 4 runs, 2 earned. No balls and a strike and a high fly ball towards right. That'll be Deegan camping under it and making the catch. So 1 out. And first pitch is up and away to Eli Wilhelm, who singled his last time up. 1 for 2. Caleb Whitaker with the pitch and misses outside. Wilhelm followed by Riera and Mangual should the inning go towards Mangual. Whitaker's pitch, good fastball. One ball, no strikes. 1 game left tonight. Trinity Baptist home team against Toccoa Falls College. And I've been told that it will be Toccoa batting first, Trinity the home team. It's settled by coin flip each ball game. Here's the 1-0 and a breaking ball in there. That's at least strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes. And Whitaker with the fastball, got him. Wilhelm chased one upstairs, and he is out number 2 and strikeout number 5 for Caleb Whitaker. Brandon Riera at the plate, 0 for 1, a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. Looking ahead to the 7th, Carolina will have Laird, Delgado, and Tubbs, 8, 9, and 1 due up. We'll see if it is Crawford coming out to finish what he started. Here's the first pitch from Whitaker, and that one's in there for a strike. Both starting pitchers have gone the entire way so far. There is a man warming up for the Eagles. Hasn't really started to throw yet, just kind of stretching right now. And that one is up. That's ball 1. The 1-1, swing and a foul tip. That one got a piece of the catcher, and Conklin in some pain. It is Jacob LaRoque warming up for Fort Lauderdale. He does have a save. Francesco Greco leads the team with 3 saves. So right now the attention is on Carolina catcher Logan Conklin. We'll pause right here, and we'll be right back on TBC Eagles. Conklin all right, back behind the plate. Riera at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the base is empty. And Whitaker delivers and a high fly ball towards center. Tubbs and Deegan, but it will be Tubbs, and he'll put that one away, and that ends the inning. Eagles go down in order in the 6th. Carolina has one last chance. They trail by 2. It's 4-2 Fort Lauderdale. Josh Crawford will try to complete this game for his coach and his team. He has gone 6 innings. He's allowed just 2 runs. Both of those earned. 6 hits. He has walked 2 and struck out 8. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things off for Carolina. Andres Hoyos will bat in the place of Ian Laird. First pitch for strike 1. Our first look at Hoyos is hitting .225, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Crawford works very quickly and misses low, and the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, Crawford in line for the win. He's been the only Eagles pitcher. Whitaker, the only Bruins pitcher. That one off the mound. Takes a hop right at the shortstop and a wide throw. Hoyos had stopped running, but he's going to make it on the errant throw from the shortstop, Gonzalez. Never give up running. That may not have gotten him to second, but of course, if he's running all the way, there is that possibility. Now, he is the pinch hitter, and he's aboard at first. Alexiel Delgado now at the plate, and we're going to have a pinch runner for Hoyos. That is Antonio Biggers making his first appearance of this tournament. So it'll be Biggers at first. 3 for 7 in stolen base attempts. Not the tying run. That's Delgado at the plate. This could be 2, 6, 4. Safe at first. Good hustle by Alexiel Delgado. Fielder's choice. They do get the out at second. Tying run still at the plate in Dion Tubbs. He is 1 for 3. Reached on an error his last time. Tubbs could reach. He would put that tying run on base. Kehoe and Macadon are the next 2 scheduled hitters. 1 out. Crawford checks that runner and delivers a fastball that's up and in. One ball, no strikes. And a pitch and a high pop-up. That is going to get out of play. See Toccoa Falls wearing the white uniforms. They are peeking in through that opening in the fence. It's a fence there, but the tarp has been taken down. Here's the 1-1. That one is in the dirt. That's ball 2. Toccoa taking on Trinity Baptist next. That game is scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first. Tying run at the plate. Throw over to first. And a runner back. He's not getting that big of a lead, Delgado. Kind of a moderate-sized lead. And a pitch to Tubbs is right down the middle for a strike. He nods his head in agreement, and it's 2-2. Haven't seen Toccoa Falls play yet today. They are the number 1 seed, got the first round bye, as did the Fort Lauderdale Eagles. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a pitch. This one is in the dirt, and that fills up the count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We are in the 7th. Remember, all games of this tournament, 7 innings. Here's a 3-2. High fly ball down the left field line, in the corner and out of play. We do have limited camera shot down that left field line, so we'll let you know what happens. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Offered another payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. Tubbs had tossed the bat and started toward first, but he is out number 2. He very much disagrees with the call. Strikeout number 9 for Crawford, and the Fort Lauderdale Eagles 1 out away from advancing into the winner's bracket. If they hold on, they'll play at 2 p.m. tomorrow. First pitch to John Kehoe, misses for ball 1. The loser of this game plays Southeastern Baptist at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch. That one is outside. That's ball 2. High pop up. That's going to get over the first base dugout and out of play. And we have to start that early because of the high school tournament also going on tomorrow night. They start at 7 o'clock, so we're making sure that we have finished all our ball games in time for those 2 teams to take the field. There's a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kehoe, the last opportunity for the Bruins. Josh Crawford trying to go the distance. 1 pitch away from doing that. Here it is. Got him swinging, and that's the ball game. Final score, University of Fort Lauderdale 4, Carolina University 2. Josh Crawford, the complete game victory, 7 innings, 2 runs both earned, 6 hits, 2 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Caleb Whitaker, also a complete game for Carolina. 6 innings pitched, 4 runs, just 2 of those earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4 and allowed 6 hits himself. So that means that Carolina will take on Southeastern Baptist in the first elimination game of the tournament tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And the University of Fort Lauderdale will play at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon against the winner of our next game, Trinity Baptist and Toccoa Falls. The loser of Trinity and Toccoa will play Bob Jones in elimination game number 2 at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Well, that's going to do it for us for now. We'll be back at approximately 6 p.m. We'll start the feed a few minutes before, so stay with us here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network.